Doctors of Reddit. What is something that you wish everyone knew about their body? This one is more about medication. Antibiotics only work against bacteria. They are not some kind of wonder potion that cures anything. And they should not always be given. Please stick to your prescription the doctor gives you. Even if you already feel better. Don't just stop unless the doctor says you can stop. A lot of medication needs to be taken according to the prescription in order for it to be effective. Because you build up the doses to an effective level. Stopping or not sticking to it really decreases effectivity. Tell us what drugs and alcohol you're on. We aren't gonna tell the cops. We aren't gonna lecture you. But it might change the anesthesia I give you. Some stuff I give you might kill you. If you drink a 30-pack a day. Tell me. My stepdad is a painter. He was in a house fire at the beginning of the year. They had to put him under to remove huge chunks of skin from his arms, neck, chest, and the majority of the skin from his hands. He also has AMTH problem. For information's sake, that's not related to this house fire, work accident. He wasn't coherent enough to answer when they asked if he used any drugs. And my mom wasn't there. So I told them the truth. When my mom got back, she was pissed. Apparently my being honest with the nurse kept up his workman's comp case. F me. I'm sorry, I didn't want him to potentially die from an interaction with anesthetic. You did the right thing. Ejaculating blood happens to most people at least once in their lives, and in 99% of cases it resolves without taking any action within a week. It doesn't even warrant a doctor visit. Peeing blood, for both sexes, is a serious medical emergency and you should immediately go to the ER. People think it's the other way around. How to eat healthy. Just because you're skinny doesn't mean you're healthy. Especially the teenagers who I take care of. Sometimes I will ask them, what's a healthy food your doctor wants you to eat? Rarely do I get a right answer. I feel like the internet has so many fad diets. And family members rarely cook. So families don't know basic nutrition facts. The biggest advice I can possibly give on this front is to cook for yourself. 99% of the time what you make is going to be a lot better for you than Hot Pockets and Chips Ahoy. If you could keep track of the assorted parts you've had removed or added, that'd be very helpful. I'm not saying you need to know whether your fundoplication was a Nissan or a door. But if you're complaining about belly pain, it would be nice to know that the last time you had belly pain they took out your gallbladder, appendix, sigmoid colon. And if you've ever had something implanted, and they gave you a little card? That's not warranty information. That tells us if you're going to explode if you go in an MRI. Bring it. Otherwise it will be Googled. Question about MRI that feels too dumb to ask my mother, nurse. If I have a metal retainer in my mouth, can I never get an MRI? Growing up she said if I got a tattoo I couldn't get an MRI, but found out that was just to try to get me not to get one. That there is a wide range of normal. Don't be embarrassed by your body. Having said that, if you are concerned about anything, ask your doctor. We have generally heard it all before. And trust me, we have nearly always seen it all before. Maybe you have something that has been bothering you for ages. But you were too scared or embarrassed to ask about it. Just ask. It might be nothing and you have been stressing about it for no reason. And if not, then you are at least one step closer to getting it fixed. No one can help if they don't know. There are no stupid questions. So ask away. I'm always amazed when I have been asked about something that has been bothering a patient for years and years. But they were too embarrassed, scared to bring it up. Most of the time, it is nothing, a completely normal body function feature. Other times, it is something that should have been discussed right away. You know your body best. So speak up. Don't wait for the doctor to ask the right question. I finally quit peeing myself after deciding to ask my obgyn about it. Started after the birth of first and thought it was just going to be that way. Finally decided to bring it up and she said it is common, not normal. Few months of physical therapy and I'm much better. So glad I asked. Some people seem to think that if you act healthy for a bit, it'll make up for being a wreck. There are so many things wrong with this. Just one example, antioxidants are like gas for your car. You can store up a certain amount of vitamins. But your tank can only hold so much. If you binge and overfill your tank, it doesn't do anything, you excrete it out as waste. And you can't expect to go the next several months without gas just because you tried to overload it before. You're going to still need to get gas. Same goes for your fruits and veggies. Had someone tell me he went vegetarian for a few weeks, which meant he was done for the year. He was dead serious. Had a patient at risk for heart failure try to insist that if she stayed away from salt entirely for X days, weeks, she should be able to have her fill of McDonald's fries and ramen. Had a smoker argue that if he stopped for some time, he should be able to smoke freely for a while. With some digging, stopping turned out to mean a couple less cigarettes a day. This seems to be a common element of addiction. The longer you go without smoking, the stronger the idea that one wouldn't hurt can become, in some people. One person told me his secret to stopping had become to focus on how much better the first cigarette he would eventually have would be if he postponed it a little longer. He turned the addiction itself into the thing that was preventing him from smoking. My phone is acting up. So if this has already been posted, I apologize. But women, please do not use soap or douching products inside your V. It has a delicate pH balance, and this is how you get yeast infections. Wash your labia, but do not clean internally. The V is self-cleaning just like your eyeballs. Do you wash your eyeballs? No. Do you wash your face? Yes. Greater than the V is self-cleaning. Just like your eyeballs. Do you wash your eyeballs? No. This is a great way to explain it. My eyes are up here. Don't do DIY surgery or hold off on reporting things that are obvious warning signs. Don't be the guy who tried to remove his skin cancer with a knife. You need some kind of exercise. Doesn't matter how you feel right now. Sitting for 12 to 16 hours a day will have negative consequences. Your kidneys and liver cheerfully do all the toxin elimination you'll ever need. Cleanses and other detoxifying products are bullshit woo and a waste of money. The people who sell them are predators who only care about your money becoming theirs. When I was in high school, before I knew it was a scam, I actually wanted to try an herbal drink that claimed to detoxify the body. I was legitimately interested in trying it out, but I had one simple question before I wanted to try it: what was it detoxifying? No one could answer me with a straight answer. I talked to friends drinking it, and I spoke with the customer service for the product. I even emailed the company asking this question, and no one could tell me anything specific outside of it helps cleanse harmful toxins in the body. I became suspicious and never bothered trying it. My suspicions were confirmed when I saw a documentary about bogus health businesses. Detoxification products and services being one of them. I remember my friends looking into juice cleanses right after college. I asked what they cleansed from the body. Their answer: salt. Type 2 diabetes is more serious than most people realize. I work as a doctor in hemodialysis, and most of them are due to diabetic nephropathy. It also affects your eyes, nerves, immune system, etc. Simple life changes can help you, but no one seems to care. I even lost 9 kilograms myself because I had a family history of diabetes and to be healthy. How to check for skin cancer. If you see any moles or anything that are A. asymmetrical, B. border, odd borders, like they're jagged or something, C. color, different colors, D. diameter, grows, E. evolve, well, evolves, go get it checked out. It might be skin cancer. There is no cure for cancer, as it is traditionally thought about. Cancer is a class of many very different diseases, each with very specific causes, i.e. some molecule that went wrong allowing a cell to multiply out of control. Even within the same type of cancer, i.e. lung cancer, there are many types of lung cancer, such as small cell, large cell, squamous cell, etc. Even within the same subtype of cancer, there can be different molecular mechanisms that caused it, requiring different approaches to treatment. Looking for the cure for cancer is like looking for the cure for disease. Single quote. That administering CPR compressions ASAP is one of the greatest indicators of successful outcomes. Where the orifice each gender urinates through really is. Antibiotics are not some magic cure for every pain in your body. Nor for the flu or common cold. Never ever boil breast milk. In my country there is a popular belief that breast milk jaundice in newborns can be treated by boiling one's breast milk, but by doing this you destroy all the nutrients and it basically becomes as nutritious as water is. Do not give honey to children below the age of 1. Do not rub your child with rubbing alcohol as to lower his fever. Baby wipes don't substitute daily baths, showers. Yes, I am a pediatrician. Greater than antibiotics are not some magic cure for every pain in your body. nor for the flu or common cold. This is a common belief among my peers. Which is weird, because I'm a biology major and you'd think biology majors would know this. This is going to sound really basic, but I wish my patients would know what meds they are on when they come to the hospital. At least once a day comes somebody in who goes, yeah, I take 8 pills in the morning, 3 in the evening, and 4 at lunch, but don't ask me which. You're a doctor. You should know. I beg of you. Before going to a doctor that has never seen you before, write your meds, doses and all on a piece of paper. Edit, I was on shift and just now noticed that this blew up. Just to clarify, I work in Germany on the internal medicine ward. I can only see patients' record if they were in my hospital or in the neighboring hospital, otherwise I have to call their family doc, who may or may not be at all times available. I mostly just send a family member home to bring the goodies bag so that we can go over them, but as you can imagine, that takes a lot of time. Thank you for the silvers. I shall treasure them forever. I'm a vet, but I'm sure some doctors will have come across this too. Amputated limbs do not grow back. I've had far too many people asking how long it will take for their pet's amputated limb to grow back. So I'm assuming a few doctors out there will have had patients asking the same of their own missing limbs. You often will feel normal even with high blood pressure. It's often found incidentally. So don't wait until it gives you symptoms you don't want to go through. Your mental health is just as important as your physical health. You only get one body. The way you treat it has a significantly higher impact in how your health will end up in a decade than what sort of interventions we can give you. You really should treat your body like a temple. The people in my temple worship pizza. What should I do? Limiting the sacrifices to their overlord should work. That the immune system is an incredibly complex and nuanced organization of cells that communicates readily to destroy anything deemed hostile within the body. It helps explain why vaccines are supposed to work, why allergies come and go, and why transplants are hard to successfully pull off. My immune system is so complex. It attacks my own body. Good times. Good times. I'm a dentist, and if you don't take care of your gums, your teeth will fall out of your head and you'll get pissed at me when your jawbone atrophies and your denture doesn't fit anymore. My mom tells her teen patients' parents a lot that the acne isn't the teen's fault but runs in the genes sometimes when it's bad. I have seen a change in attitude a bit re teen acne. But this attitude was very prevalent when I was a kid. It was, too bad. It's genetic. You'll grow out of it. My parents wouldn't even take me to the doctor because they felt this way. I had horrible cystic acne and it got worse once I started my period. It really hurts a kid's self-esteem. I was a gawky, skinny kid with glasses who didn't hit puberty until quite late. Having a swollen face full of pimples wasn't fun. Injuries accumulate. I cannot stress this enough. Little kids have no business lifting heavy weights or getting pushed so hard in sports by some of these coaches who seem to have little knowledge of physiology or don't care about the long-term impact of the regimens. Stuff like this really changes people's lives. That they only have one and their behavior now, drinking, smoking, not taking medicines, or whatever, will impact their life quality and expectancy. Sounds logical, but very few patients really realize it. It's okay to seek treatment for your mental health. Don't feel ashamed because you were diagnosed with an illness. Seeking help is a strength, not a weakness. That psychological states may infuse bodily symptoms. And that saying so isn't dismissing that the symptoms exist.